Hi everybody, happy Thursday. Today's What Sold video is going to take place over the last week and about week and a half of January, so from the 22nd until the 31st. And it's going to be what we sold on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. We'll start on Poshmark. We had three sales. This was a really cute tour jacket. I'm really surprised it sat as long as it did. It's a varsity style jacket, which I personally love. And what's even better about it is it's like one of those really soft jackets. So it feels almost like a sweatshirt more than just a jacket. And it only sold for $16. So I was pretty surprised. And it also sat for like, I think 2 years before it finally sold. I believe that this was something that I had done the renewal process on, where you guys know I go on to Flip, our cross-posting app over here, and I will update the picture, sometimes the price and description, and then delist and relist on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and we've seen a good amount of sales coming from that. Next was this Live for Truth blouse. This came from a church sale where we got everything for, on average, 50 cents. So I was okay with the low offer price for it. Sold for $8. And lastly was this Talbot's top. I was really banking on this selling close to Valentine's Day because it says love and a big heart on the chest, and it sold for $20. Our total profit on Poshmark for the last little bit of January was $23.80. Now we'll move over to three sales that we had on eBay. A Fender tee. This was like a man's t-shirt that we got from Goodwill out of the bin. So it was like $2.13 after tax. And this was another item that I delisted and relisted, and then it sold immediately. It sold for $12. A rose and olive blouse. My mom got this at the consignment shop where they'll have like the clearance event every month for all clearance is $2. And so this was $2. Or is it $1? Maybe it goes down to $1, but I give her two for like her time for finding the stuff. I think that might be what it is. Anyway, regardless, our cost of goods was $2 and this sold for 15. And lastly, a Talbot's top that came from my mom. She gave us this to resell and it sold for $15. That brings our total profit on eBay to $25.01. And lastly, we have two items on Mercari, which is a nice surprise. This was a tour dress. This was something for my personal collection that I bought like probably about 10 years ago or more. It's a really pretty dress and it sold for $20. And then a Wizard of Oz or Galaxy of Oz DVD, obviously based on our reselling name, the Ruby Slipper resale. You guys would know I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan and have been since I was a toddler. So I have quite a collection of Wizard of Oz things that I need to be listing because it does sell. Even if it's slow, even if it's a low price, sometimes it still sells. So this sold for $8.50, bringing our total profit on Mercari to $19.53. And so our total profit for that last little bit of January was $68.34. Y'all, it's been slow, slow, slow. Like the last few months have been crazy slow. Like I'm so glad that I have other venues to make money because otherwise I would not be making it. That's what makes this game so scary. It can be fun, but it can be scary. Our total profit for all of January was $400.77. That's not bad. $400 is not bad. With as little work as I've been putting into this, just like delisting, relisting, editing some pictures, pulling solds, my husband shipping off the items. $400 is not bad. Um, that's a lot of people's grocery bills for the month. Some people maybe like part of their rent for the month. So it's not bad, but it's not what it could be. I am trying to take a little bit of a break from my overnight job, or at least scheduling it so that it's a little more consistent. And I'm hoping that in the process, I'll have some more time to upload new items. I've already started some on Poshmark over the last couple of days. So I'm trying to get past the whole what is it? They say like progress over perfection. So you'd rather have progress than perfection. And that's what I'm trying to think this year. So it used to be that unless I could take the pictures upstairs up here on my white background, I wouldn't want a picture. And I'm starting to think, self, is it really important that you have this beautiful white background? Or is it more important for you to get new items listed? And I think it's more important to get items listed because things we see all the time, like let's say on Poshmark, will sell on somebody's bed or their floor or their door or outside in a picture. And if someone really wants something bad enough and you have a decent enough item and it's priced good enough, they will buy it, regardless of what kind of a background it's on. Obviously, within reason, don't have some nasty background, but I think that the yellow walls of my living room, which are hopefully temporary, they've been there since we've moved in. Hopefully, those will still produce sales. They used to produce sales, and so did my blue background, and so did the yellow walls of our old workroom. They all produce sales. And so I'm hoping that if I just get some items listed, even if they're on this yellow background, then maybe that will be more sales. Because so far, the just delisting and relisting has not been producing sales like adding new items has. So I'm hoping this works. Um, I could still take pictures up here, but the thing is, I'm hardly ever home now. And when I'm home, I'm hardly ever upstairs here in the workroom. I literally come in the workroom to grab solds and take them across the house to my husband's office for shipping. That's it. I don't sit up here anymore. I don't use my desk anymore. I don't have my laptop plugged in up here anymore. None of that. It's all, I'm always out of the house. And when I am home, I'm downstairs with my family. So my thought process was if I use we have an old command hook on the wall in our living room from when I had done pictures in there for like a month one time temporarily. And I thought that's still up there. I'll clean the wall off really well and I will try doing pictures there and just see how it goes. And so far, I've only done it 2 days now, but it's been nice. It's been nice to not have to leave my family and come upstairs for like an hour. I can just do it in there. I've been taking measurements on the kitchen table and it doesn't look bad, I don't think. I'll go to some of the pictures so you can see. So like here you see I just have a yellow background. Our like pictures are taken on the table. I mean, does it look the most professional? No, but my pictures never did, and they still produce sales. So we'll see. Very worst case scenario, in 6 months when things don't sell, I can always go and remove the background through flip and see how it does then. But for now, I think that this is helping because it is getting new items listed. But let me know what you think. What backgrounds do you guys use? In fact, I actually took the wall here that was white here in my workroom and I added another shelf for inventory like these so that I could put 16 new boxes of inventory. And I'm just hoping that that's more worth the space in here than having just a blank white wall for me to do photos. But like I said, let me know, what do you guys use for your backgrounds? Do you see a difference in when you list things on a white background versus a different background? Do you personally, as shoppers, find yourself gravitating to items that have like a clean white background as opposed to a different kind? Or I don't know, just let me know. All right, well, I hope you guys had really good sales, and I hope your February sales are starting to look up. We're already 1 week in, so fingers crossed we'll do better this month than last. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next video.